Hey guys, back with another video for you. I have a special video for you. I received a 2018 Erin Condren Life Planner today, and I wanted to do an unboxing for you guys and kind of like a first impressions. Just a couple disclosures, I am not at home, so my filming setup's a little bit different. I hope it's still enjoyable for you guys and you guys can still get a good peek at the new life planners, which it's launch week this week. If you are interested in purchasing an Erin Condren Life Planner, I will have a link below for you to save $10 off your first purchase. They go on sale tomorrow as a pre-order, and then they ship, I believe, on May 17th. If I'm incorrect on that, I will put like a note on the screen or something, but I believe they ship on May 17th, so this is just a pre-order. And I think the reason why they're doing that is simply because they've introduced some hardbound life planners this year. The one that I picked was the coil bound, but we'll get into all that once I'm opening the box. Just wanted to show you the box. I'm going to open it up and then we will dive in. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you is how beautifully packaged your life planner will come. Perfect tissue paper, just nice and bright, really fun, great for a gift if you guys are gifting these. That's one thing I've always appreciated about Erin Condren products, is that they are beautifully packaged. Alright, so let's open it up. And it looks like I received a couple extra goodies with my life planner, which is super, super exciting. This is something that I really wanted to look at. This is the Planny pack. We'll get into all of it, but this is how it was packaged. I just wanted to show you guys that first. Okay, I couldn't wait any longer. I have to go right to the planner. I'll go through the rest of the accessories at the end, but I was too excited to see this in person. I've seen so many pictures. I was so excited to see it in person. So as always, it comes with a ruler, which has a removable protective film on here. It kind of makes it look blue until you peel the film off, and then it's clear. So see, it's nice and clear. It is an actual ruler, but it also can be used as a bookmark. I went with the colorful, and there was a couple reasons why I did that. First and foremost, it's gorgeous. When I was seeing the previews on the planner peeks, I signed up for the sneak peeks on Erin Condren's website. So they were sending out kind of previews, and I also have a contact over at Erin Condren that was sending me some kind of preliminary pictures. So I saw what the colorful looked like, and I felt like it was the perfect blend of the neutral and the colorful. I love my neutral planner, but there were some things about it that I didn't love, mainly the tabs and some of the features inside. So when I saw that they had kind of combined the two and meshed it into like one somewhat neutral, somewhat colorful planner, I knew I had to have it. So my first thoughts, this is the new print. I wanted to go with the classic cover because anytime she releases a new planner, I like to see like how they intended the planner to look, if that makes any sense. I wanted to see like their signature look for the year, and this is their signature look. That's one of my absolute favorite features about the Erin Condren Life Planner, is the fact that you have interchangeable covers. It keeps me interested in my planner, keeps me from planner hopping, and it's just fun. That's just one of my absolute favorite features about the Erin Condren Life Planner. I hope they never ever change that. I did choose a rose gold coil. I have a black coil life planner coming that I purchased on my own. I just wanted to see what a black coil would look like. I've never had one. The only two colors that I've had for coils are rose gold and silver. There is a gold option and, like I said, the black option. So once I receive that, I will try and film kind of like an unboxing video. And so opening it up, it comes with a detached planner pouch, which you can use the little coil clips to attach anywhere you want inside your planner. Personally, I don't use these. I've heard some great ideas of using this, like attaching it and using it to keep concert ticket stubs and movie ticket stubs and pictures and things like that, like memories for the year, which I think is a great idea. I personally don't use them. Because I decorate my planner with stickers, it bulks it up. So I keep as many like extras out of my planner as I can. So that's why I don't keep that in there. Inside the pouch, you receive a coupon code for 20% off, one for you and one for a friend. You could use both of them if you want to. You receive 3 compliment cards. And then they also brought back some of the stickers, which they haven't had these. I think this is for 2 years they skipped out on the stickers. They used to include these with every order. They're back to including them. I really like them. Beautiful designs. And like, again, Erin Condren makes gifting very easy. You just peel this off and stick it on a wrapped gift or a plain gift bag, whatever you want to do. Super easy. And it looks very personalized in my opinion. Okay, so back to the Life Planner. This is just beautiful to me. I really do like the painted petals. I know some people were going back and forth with what their opinions were on the painted petals. I like them. Mid-Century Circles is one of my favorite prints, which was her signature look for last year, but I do really like the painted petals. And because I went with the colorful option, my opening page is colorful painted petals. If you were to get the neutral option, these would be black and white. Well, the petals would be black and the vellum would be white. So you first get this little vellum page, and then a page where you can put your name and phone number. And then on this one, even though I did choose the colorful, it is kind of like a grayscale painted petals. Again, with the classic Erin Condren quotes. Beautiful as always. And as I'm turning the pages, I am noticing a significant difference in the paper. I had heard there was a big difference, but everyone has their own opinions. There is definitely a big difference in the paper. This is much thicker. There's a whole video that Erin Condren produced about where she sourced her paper from. It's by the company, I believe its name is Mohawk. And she has many reasons why she chose them. It is an American-based paper mill, and if you watch the video, like, it makes paper mills look so interesting. There's so much detail that goes into picking paper that I would have never realized. So there is a significant difference, I will say that. So what I'm noticing as we're going through the pages is that it is a much sleeker, subdued look. A lot of the grids for the calendars were removed, so which gives it more of like a simplistic, minimalistic feel to it, if you will, which I personally enjoy. I use these 2 pages to mark off my daughter's school schedules using little circle dots from AshyLeigh Designs, and it just keeps track of their calendar. I refer to it often so that I can know what days they have early release days or programs at their school or days off, Christmas break, things like that. So that is this page right here, your year at a glance. Next page they have is kind of like just a blank canvas. I mean, you can use this for whatever you want. I personally take a family selfie for every month of the year and put it in there just so we can see how we grew as a family. I use my Polaroids for that. Many different uses. You can write down trips you're taking, goals that you have for each month, lots of different uses for that. And then you get to the monthly pages. So I did opt for the extra remaining months of 2017. I am really trying hard to stay in one planner, so I don't know if I'm going to use this until January, but I wanted the option, so that's why mine starts in July. You do need to pay extra for that. I believe it's $5 to get the remaining months of 2017, which gives you the ability to use it right away once you receive it. So this is the note page before the month begins. So this, like I said, starts in July. They kind of give you like a template for whatever you want to put in here. I personally would prefer just lined paper just because I use this as like a memory keeping page, but I think I can make this work because I could put some pictures here or even cover up these circles here with pictures, and then I like to put like what my favorite things are for the month. The add-on of the actual template doesn't really do anything for me. It may do something for somebody else who needs a more structured note page. I personally like just the plain line page. And then you get to the reason why I chose the colorful. Look at how bold this color is. So pretty and great quality, especially with the dividing pages. This is even thicker than your weekly and monthly page, although this is still really thick. But it is almost like a cardstock. Not as thick as a cardstock, but pretty darn close. I feel like this year they went very streamlined. As Erin Condren is progressing, if you look back at her planners from years ago, there was a lot more little details. And some people like that. I personally prefer kind of like a streamlined look, more simplistic or minimalistic, and it gives me just a canvas to decorate it on my own, and I feel like that's kind of what this is for. It does, obviously in the colorful, is gives you some color, like a palette to go off of. But I like that they removed the goals header here, which I will show you what it looked like in the previous one. They used to have it like kind of predetermined what you want to write here. I like that that's removed, and they just kind of put a simple little note section here. Also, they cleaned up the dates on here so that it's not such a bold or dark header. I actually really like that. It just seems, I don't know, I guess you could say just a little bit cleaner, a little bit more simplified. But what I also noticed versus last year's colorful is that you get this fun font. That is one of the things that sold me the most on the neutral last year, was this font. I liked the more script font versus the classic text. I like script writing. I just think it's prettier, and it's weird how little details like that make a big deal to me. And that's where you're getting that balance that I was telling you about, where it's got some of the hints of the neutral with some of the beauty of the colorful. So that is your monthly layout, and then you go into your weekly spread. And I do feel like one thing that I was kind of on the fence about before was the way that things transitioned in the colorful when you went to a new month, but I feel like this kind of it just flows really nicely because it changes over to July on Friday, June 30th. Obviously it's the end of the month, but it's kind of a smoother transition. Another thing that I am noticing is that in the new planner, they removed the fact that it's designated thankful thought box. Could be whatever you want there. I know some people use it as a thankful thought box. I personally do myself, but you could put whatever you want there, or you could even use a big sticker to kind of cover it up if you want. Another change that I'm noticing is that they removed the flag, which was always something that I covered up. So I like that you get that extra space. Instead of having a flag there, you get another line for your to-do list, which is what I keep on this sort of little section over here. In terms of the times of the start and ending time, those are the same, and you still do have a lined, which is one of my favorite features of the Erin Condren Hourly, is the lined hour spots. I'm just gonna kind of go through the colors so you guys could see the different colors throughout the month. And I will speed it up because otherwise it'll take me forever to flip through all 18 months, but just so you get a general idea of what colors they used. It starts back over since it starts in July with the same color scheme for the remaining months. So let's flip to the back of the planner. The planner ends on Sunday, January 6th, and then you go right into some note pages, which is classic for Erin Condren. And this year they added in kind of like a coloring page feature, which I think actually might be kind of cool if you are, you know, bringing this along and you're a doodler and you're just looking for kind of something to fill the time. Be a little bit creative, maybe if you're a student or something to do while you're waiting in between classes. I think it gives you just something extra. I personally don't really use the note pages except for pen testing, so to have the coloring pages is just a nice little added bonus. And then at the end you have your year at a glance again with some lines below, maybe some goals or things that you want to check off, maybe monthly house tasks like, you know, change the air filter or get an oil change, whatever you need to do that month. And then it says in the coming year with a little note section. And then this was another big change. They added in foiled stickers, which I thought was really, really pretty. I absolutely love the foiling on Erin Condren stickers, so I find that this would be something that I would use a lot. And I think it's nice to have something that's included in the planner where if you're on the go and you want to add something but you want to kind of have something that's pretty, you have it right inside your planner. And then you have another sheet with more of like icons and asterisks and some happy birthday foiled stickers, celebrate, to do, and reminders. And then you have sort of kind of stylized appointments, I guess you would say, appointment boxes. That's what I would use it for. And then you have some page flags, which are the classic Erin Condren shape, which I think they actually, I should say they changed this last year, where it's got the flags on both sides and you have them in an assortment of colors. And then in the back you have your perpetual calendar, which is again another standard Erin Condren feature. What I use this for is to add in birthdays, birthdays and anniversaries throughout the year. So during the month when I'm planning out my monthly layout, I flip back here, see what birthdays are coming up, and then you have it at a glance. And you could take this from planner to planner. You don't need to fill it out for each year, or you could take one and throw it in your purse. And then on the back, this is just, I mean, it's so pretty. And I do feel like there might have been a change in the material with the Keep It Together folder. It feels really nice. I mean, I liked it last year too, but this feels very nice, and I love the contrast of the navy with the painted petals. And then you are at the back of the planner. So these are my planners side by side. This is my current planner. This is only 12 months, and you can see the difference just because of the quality of the paper, how much thicker that is. I actually prefer a thicker planner, just a personal preference for me. And I honestly like having great quality paper is ideal for me. So I really, really like that. So my first impressions of the 2018 Life Planner, I really like it. I do really like the painted petals theme. I just think it's really pretty. I am so excited to order some of the new covers. That's one, like I said, that's one of my favorite features, and they have some really, really pretty covers coming up. So now let's take a look at the accessories I have. All right, so the accessory that I was most excited to get my hands on was the Planny pack. I just think that this is really cool and something that they've never had before. They do have pouches, but not one that attaches to your planner. So the one that I was given has a rose gold planner band, and I think that's because it correlates with my coil that I chose. It is available in black with a gold elastic band and also gold asterisk on the front. And then this is the cherry blossom with the rose gold. That's the one that I have. And then it also is available in linen, which is kind of like an off-white with platinum embellishments. And just to give you an idea, I think you would be able to fit some pen. In fact, let's take a look. You could fit your pens in there, maybe some paper clips, a couple small sheets of stickers. I think that would be perfect for there. And then you just close that up. There's also, just so you know, a pocket on the back, which you can tuck in whatever you need to. I'll tuck in the compliment cards. And then you just take it and slide it over, and it makes it super easy to travel with. I think this would be a great thing to have if you are somebody who takes your planner with you everywhere you go, and you kind of want just one thing to grab quickly and go, where you don't have to have several pouches. I also think it'd be great if you're a student and you need like your highlighters and things like that. It's just really pretty, and I think really functional. And while we're at it, let's take a look at what I put inside, which is the colorful dual tip markers. I do have the classic colors. These are more of the pastel. They come in a really nice case, and let's take a look at one closer. On one end you have a broad tip marker, and then on the other you have a fine tip, which kind of reminds me of the Papermate Flare tips, which Papermate Flares are my favorite pen currently. So again, they slide in here nicely. Erin Condren with that packaging, always for the win. You just can't beat her packaging. And the next thing that I have to show you is the compliment cards, which are one of my favorite little add-ons from Erin Condren. What I used these for, actually, when I was delivering my daughter, my youngest daughter, I attached a Starbucks gift card and gave, with some ribbon, and gave each one out to the nurses that were helping me throughout the delivery process and in recovery. So it was perfect. They all complimented how pretty they are. again, going with that painted petals theme this year, really, really pretty. I'll try and insert a picture of what I use them for if I can find it, so you guys get an idea. It's just, again, Erin Condren makes it super easy to gift things, and from somebody who is not very good at wrapping gifts and doesn't make gifts look very pretty, it's nice to have these little add-ons. And then I also received the Keep It Together bands, which I will show you. These are designed just to kind of slip around your planner, keep everything together. There's also a little pen loop right here where you can slide a pen in, and just like they're called, keep it together, it keeps them together. And then next up I have a couple of different ways to keep your place or a bookmark for your life planner. This is their snap-in dashboard, which is exactly what it says. You just snap it in, kind of peeks out over the top if you want it to, depending on how you place it in your planner, and is a great way to keep your place. I also have the metallic mini bookmarks, which are so pretty. I was really excited when I saw this in my package. These are one of my favorite Erin Condren products, where you can just kind of snap it in wherever you're at. And it keeps your place. It just sticks out just a little bit at the top so that it's very kind of sleek profile, but still really pretty and decorative. And these are metallic. And then I have a magnetic paper clip, which is actually something I've never tried myself. So let's take a look and see how this works. So I think what I would use this for is to hold my monthly spot, and then maybe one of the metallic mini snap-in bookmarks for the page that I'm on, since I would be moving that out a little bit more than I would be using this. And let's see. I think this is designed to more hold just a few sheets of paper versus, you know, an entire monthly section. So still very pretty, and it's made out of like the same, it's made out of like a plasticky material, so I feel like it would be durable. But again, more designed to keep maybe your monthly section separated, not a large group of papers. And then I have one of my favorite Erin Condren, I feel like I've been saying every product is my favorite Erin Condren product, but I really like a lot of her products. These are her stylized sticky notes. They are made to attach right into your planner, and I use these for pre-planning, so I'll write something that I have to do on a certain date on there, and then just kind of plug it in wherever it's going to go. And then when I'm actually planning for the week, I can pull them right off and decorate my planner the way I want to decorate it. And I think these are just, I mean, these are just so, so pretty. Probably my favorite sticky notes that she's come up with so far. And then a new product that she has is the lined sticky notes, which can actually go on your ruler. They're sticky on the back, and you can write out like a to-do list and plug them in wherever you want to, maybe on your monthly section or also on your note section over here. Always love sticky notes, and I feel like this is the perfect size to just quickly write down notes, or like a list, a grocery list, and keep it all together inside of your planner. And then they sent me 3 sticky storage pockets, which are really pretty. Again, they are metallic with the painted petals. So pretty. And a suggested use for this that they give you on the back is to put them kind of on your monthly note section and include either stamps, or for me, I would put invitations, something that's coming up in that month, maybe paperwork for my daughter's school that pertains to the following month, like her school calendar. I would tuck that right inside. So I think those are really cool. And again, just so pretty. And the last thing I have to show you is the new designer sticker book. This is the Classic Edition 3. I cannot get enough of her sticker books. I think they're a great value and super, super pretty. So let's take a look at this yours. Oh my goodness, so pretty. These I use to put in the right below the thankful thought box, and then I use my to-do list down below. I just think it adds something, kind of gives you a color scheme for the week. I mean, look at this. Even if you just put one of these stickers on the side and did no other stickers, it's already super pretty. That's what I love about the colorful. I feel like it's just pretty on its own. The neutral is gorgeous in its own right, don't get me wrong, but I missed just having a little splash of color on the page, and I feel like they nailed that this year with Like, again, like I said, the balance of the neutral and the colorful, where it's not overloaded with colors, but it's also not completely neutral. So I think I made the right choice with going with the colorful. But again, getting back to the sticker book, I'll flip through some of the pages. Really pretty. Love these checklists. All this foiling, just so pretty. I love the colors that they use, the contrast. Just beautiful. Oh, this is fun. I feel like they're getting to know the fact that we all use stickers so much, so they include things that you would find in like a sticker shop. Really pretty. So these are all really pretty. Some page flags. And then I feel like they really crammed in a lot of stickers. I mean, there's 4 rolls of stickers here. So you get a ton, just a ton of stickers. Oh, look at this. These are my favorite from the sticker books, the little washi stickers, which, by the way, Erin Condren has washi tape now. I ordered some rolls when I ordered the black coiled life planner, so I am super excited to get those, but these are so pretty and so functional. And you get a couple pages of those, more of the bold colors into the pastels, and then some icons. And that is the end of that sticker book. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for my unboxing and first impressions of the Erin Condren 2018 Life Planner and all of the new accessories. Absolutely love it. Always do. I have been an Erin Condren girl almost since day one. As soon as I converted from a Filofax to an Erin Condren, I really never looked back. It is my go-to favorite planner, and I love it. I mean, every year I just love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, I will put links down below. There will be a referral link where you can save $10 off your Erin Condren purchase if it's your first purchase, and also just links to all of the different products that they're introducing. The release date is May 4th, which is tomorrow. It is a pre-release, so the items will not ship until May 17th. So just keep that in mind when you're placing your order, that it is going to ship out on the 17th. It's not an immediate ship date. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will be sure to stay on top of the comments so that I can help you guys. And I hope you have a great launch day and you enjoy that. One of the most exciting days in the planning world for me is Erin Condren launch day, so I really hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed seeing kind of a sneak peek of the Erin Condren Life Planner, and make sure you subscribe for future plan with me's and a little bit more in-depth look at the black coiled Erin Condren Life Planner. As always, I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Happy planning.